everyone, it's Sheree from Turquoise Dreaming. How is everyone doing today? I am here to share a couple of traveler's notebooks with you. I want to welcome everyone to my channel, and I had fun making these because they are for some friends. So these won't be in my Etsy shop, but I wanted to share them because these are, I do have some like this in my Etsy shop, and I kind of call these my $10 note journals, because I make them out of kind of just a random papers, and they're a lot of fun because I just go through and grab maybe papers that I've already cut out and leftovers from previous journals, and I just put them all in a journal and try to make it just cool and fun. So these are for a couple of friends. And these covers were made from books, and they're both from children's books, and these are the cardstock book covers. So they're very sturdy, like cardstock, kind of like thick cardstock. And I put these together, and before this video I'm going to post my on the road crafting video, or I did post it by the time you see this. So these are the journals I made on the road. Threw everything in that bag. I had these covers all cut out because I was going to make journals out of them. I knew I was going to, but I just hadn't done it. So when I needed a couple of journals for friends, I threw everything in that bag because I knew I'd have some downtime at that event. And so had the covers ready, threw a bunch of papers in a bag and everything else I thought I needed as supplies, and put these together out in my camper on the road that day. So this is how it all came together. This is a cool cover from a book, Castle Diary, and I liked this because it was vintagey looking, and because of the colors and everything, I just thought it was pretty. So I made that the cover on this one. It's bound with a dark wax cord, and then as you open up, you'll see it's kind of just random pages that I thought were fun. So I covered the inside because on one of these it was just a plain white or cream colored inside, and the other one was just print on the inside, which wasn't anything fun or pretty. So I did cover both the insides with this pretty paper, and this is scrapbook paper, and it had magnifying glasses on it, very vintagey looking and very pretty. So that's what you see when you open up. And so there are some pages from these books in here, a few, not many, but this is one of them with the castles. And then I did use a lot of writing paper in here because I'm not sure how my friends will use these as writing or glue books, or as a travel journal, or as maybe as just putting mementos in and writing about them. I'm not sure, so I wanted to make it kind of an all-purpose book. So this is coffee dyed graph book paper. This is a flap from the envelope you'll see on the other side. And then another page from this book, The Castles. I included, I have been coffee dyeing some junk mail envelopes. So this one, I try to do the ones with a cool inside, like security envelopes. So this one is a security envelope. This is just a book page from a Reader's Digest. This is from a journal, lined page. So another page from the Castle book. This is coffee dyed piano book paper, and a page from the book. Here, since I was out on the road, I couldn't do any sewing. I was thinking maybe I should get myself a teeny tiny portable sewing machine, but it was fun. I had my Fabri-Tac with me and just went with what I had, and so it was cool working under those limitations to see what I could get done, and I kind of challenged myself on that regard. So I just flipped this up, glued it down with Fabri-Tac. I've got a little journaling card in here from my friend, and then more Castle pages, and this is just some sketchbook paper here. I've got a little label on there. This page I did the same thing. It's a map page that I just flipped up, and this one I didn't glue down, but I didn't want to cut it off, so I flipped it over, and so that there's a little pocket formed on this side. Got a journaling card in there, and then as you can see, there's the flip out. And then a lot of the pages, I tried not to make too many scraps out on the road, so I just did a lot of flip overs and flip outs, and gluing. Didn't have to do any sewing, so it went together pretty quickly. Pretty matte paper in here, just plain coffee dyed paper. This is some printouts that I had in my stash. Just grabbed them out already this morning out of my little organizer. And here's this is a children's book page. I wanted, on this page, I wanted this pretty side not to be covered up. I mean, it's all pretty, but you know what I mean. These pretty leaves and plants, I didn't want to be covered up. It's from a vintage, like, children's encyclopedia. So I flipped it backwards, what I would call backwards, and have the pockets out on the back instead of the middle. And there's a little journaling card in here. And then the same thing on the other side, it's flipped up, journaling card, and then more lined journal paper. That printouts are on the back half now. It's sewn in the middle, as you could see there when I was in the middle. And then so just a lot of, you know, not a lot of pockets, but I've got a few pockets. Here's another one here that I just flipped up, didn't glue together. And a couple of little tags and journaling cards there. And so really fun little books that I can send to my friends that I can make pretty quickly. And, you know, I want to make some for my shop too, because I love making these. These and glue books might be my favorite. I don't know, they're all my favorite. That's why I make so many different types. I don't have just one type of journal that I make. I just like to make such a wide variety because I just love making all of them. So this is another book cover. It's a pretty, this one was from a book that was, I'm trying to remember because it was a while ago that I did cut this out, but I think it was like a seek and find type of book. So you can see how this has all the little, you know, pictures in it. That was a seek and find. I don't know what, if this book cover was a seek and find, but it's a really cool looking cover. So this is for another friend. And so here's that looking glass, or a magnifying glass, actually scrapbook paper. And you can see I have a pretty page from the Castle book here as you open the book. And then as we flip over, it's the graph paper again. So it's, you know, the same papers, because I just had the same papers there with me. The coffee dyed envelope. This one does not have security envelope on the back, but I still thought it was cool because it had a little design on the front, and it's coffee dyed. So, and it's just it turned out to be a perfect little page. So I'll just flip through this one real quick because I've already described the pages in the other one, just so you can see how cool it turned out. And I just had a ball doing this morning and getting it done, because I had been, you know, hadn't had any time to do it, and I was kind of like, oh, I have to go somewhere today and I'm not going to get anything done. But I was like, my husband even, I think he suggested it, why don't you throw your stuff in a bag and bring it with? You're going to have a lot of downtime waiting around for this thing to start. So I was like, wow, yeah, perfect idea. Got it together. This is the middle, really pretty pages here. Let me show you these. This is from a child. I love these children's encyclopedias. They have such cool colors. So a couple of journaling cards here. And look at those pretty colors. Let me show you the pockets. They're awesome. I just love those colors. Anyway, so yeah, I got it done today. So I was really happy about that, having that time, that downtime. You know, there was just me, my husband, and my son there, and my son's two friends. And so him and his two friends are off doing their thing with their cars. And so, you know, what am I going to do but sit around and stare at the road while they're waiting to start their little race. So, you know, since we had the camper, I was able to, you know, just go to town working on these journals. So I actually, you know, something that could have been a little boring for me while I was waiting around was actually totally fun. So that's what I'll do from now on when I go to these little events, and just have fun crafting while I'm waiting. If we have the camper, that is. So anyway, it was fun, and that's it for those two. I'm making a couple of more for my husband's aunts, and so I'm developing a little bit of a smaller journal. I had it in my mind for quite a while now, so I'm trying to develop that size. It's in between traveler's notebook, passport size, so something in between that kind of sizes. So I think it'll be a really fun size for them because they're not journalers, and I think they will enjoy the pages I put in there and the size to carry around with them. So thanks for watching today. Hope you enjoyed those. These are totally fun to make, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.